It is the weekend. It is early morning here on the West Coast. Las Vegas is the place, the Venetian, the location, and it's celebrating 30 years of CEREC with Sirona and a handful of handsome dudes up here on the stage, including Derrick Staggs, Jay Black, Sean Hahn, and Neal Patel. And guys, first of all, thank you for rallying early on a Saturday, because yesterday was a full day. I mean, we had Tony Robbins, and we wrapped it up with Train and meetings all day and educational systems. Let's just jump right into it, and let's start with you, Neal.
Absolutely.
How do you suppose Sirona inLab systems differ from any other inLab system?
Well, as always, Sirona's pushing the envelope when it comes to trying to understand what's the objective. And the objective is treating the patient. Sure. And what they've brought to the table is the inLab 15 software. That's what we're really looking forward to. But what it really facilitates is a communication and a treatment system that allows me as a dentist to work with like-minded technicians who know the software in and out. And together, what we can do for patients is unthinkable.
Right.
Where we can save time for the patients, but the quality of the restorations we're able to deliver is unrivaled. And the workflow is conducive such that when I'm in need of technical assistance and advice in terms of how to design a case, I can very quickly upload the case through the Connect portal, and I can get to any one of my technicians that you see up here, and they can help pick up where I've left off and guide me as a dentist. Because the reality is that what we do in dentistry is we have to be clinicians, we have to be engineers, we have to be artists, we have to be scientists, we have to be chemists.
Wow.
And so when you team up with Sirona, the network of colleagues who are using these systems help to facilitate exquisite dentistry.
Nicely put it. Sean,
Absolutely.
How do you see your integration to the process? What is your favorite part of the system?
I mean, basically, I really liked Sirona when Sirona was introduced to me about 7 years ago, was that it was offering complete package. And same as today, we're always talking about complete package. We're not outsourcing anything from outside, but they're always compatible to each other. Therefore, I believe there's less room for errors, and we're basically working on complete package and just keeping at it.
Derrick, let's talk about the communication process between dentists and technicians in your world.
Absolutely. Communication is key, and Sirona, with our system, we have it, from the dentist to the lab to other labs. I mean, if I have an issue with a case, I could drop box it to Jay. He gets it in his, he looks at it, sends it right back to me. Communication is the key, and Sirona gives us that.
What if we touched on how lab technicians contribute to the implant process? So let's get into a very specific communication process on a very specific application.
I mean, us as a lab, we always are introduced. We are one of the key opinion leaders for many of new materials out there, and I believe we're the one who are specialized really and knows and how to work with new materials out there, and therefore every different indications we're already ready and we're prepped up to work under different situations, and therefore us dental lab technicians, especially with know-how with the software and relation with the CEREC doctors, we'll be able to really help out in the situations and give out the solutions.
Jay.
No, I agree with what everyone said. Communication is the most important. And, with my non-CEREC docs, I don't seem to communicate as well with my CEREC docs because we're all speaking the same language. They have the case, they know exactly the same software we have. We all communicate together. So Sirona Connect, and it's really a very important part of my lab. And the new inLab 15 software with our new screw-retained crowns, all on fours, things like that. That's huge because, I would have had to buy another system if that did not come about. But now I have everything I need in the inLab 15 software. I don't have to send anything out. I can do everything I need with the inLab software in my lab. And it's really important for the cost and time and communication. And so we're really excited about the new software.
Excellent.
No,
Absolutely.
my observation has been this. Implants is the biggest sector of growth in dentistry. And the challenges that we have are multifold. But there's the clinical challenge of doing implant dentistry. But when it comes to restoring that implant, I have not found a lab that understands how to design and consider soft tissue and emergence profile and all of the things that need to be considered when restoring implants, with the exception of this group here. And
Wow.
it's because we communicate with the same software. So the tools that I have in my chairside software, they have access to on the lab side, and they can really fine-tune all of the minor details, because that's what it takes to deliver a perfect restoration. There's only one tooth that looks perfect for any given patient, and if the technicians and the clinicians aren't on the same page, using the same platform, using the same thought processes, and having the same control, then that's where things get missed. And that's the beauty of this system: the communication, the camaraderie, and the knowledge base, and the ability for us to share ideas and check each other and collaborate on helping the one patient. It's
Collaboration is key, and Sean, I see you smiling like in
Yes.
agreement. So
Yeah, we call it speaking same language.
we speak the
Yeah.
same when we don't have to say any words.
Right.
Like often when I reach out, for example, I reached out to Jay recently.
Right.
I didn't have to call him, and an image is worth 1,000 words.
Yeah.
Right. And so he is on the same page, and he can take over the case once it's uploaded to him, and he knows exactly what needs to happen for the patient.
Right.
I mean, it's just a powerful system.
that's the one thing I'm singularly most impressed with CEREC and Sirona is the constant integration, camaraderie, professionalism, growth, and always the eye to the future.
Yep.
I mean, cutting edge sounds trite, but it really is. Has been and always will be, don't you think?
Absolutely.
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 Guys, thank you so much for your time. I know it's valuable, and we're on a tight schedule today, so thank you for joining us on this Saturday morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
right.
you for having us.
We'll take yet another short break, and we'll return live here from Las Vegas right after this.